In this video, we are going to discuss about the carbohydrate mouth rinsing. It's a performance enhancement technique involving the oral exposure to carbohydrate solution for 5 to 10 seconds before expectoration without ingestion. Simply, we can say that rinsing oral cavity with carbohydrate solution and then spitting it out. We see in this image an athlete doing the carbohydrate mouth rinsing. It triggers neurophysiological processes and it enhances performance. Here in this diagram, we can see when we get the carbohydrate solution in the mouth and when we rinse it for 5 to 10 seconds and then spit it out means no swallowing, no calories, yet more power. We see this carbohydrate solution in mouth excites SGLT1 receptors. These receptors send signal to the brain, stimulates it, and we get the motor drive and eventually the enhanced performance. Now let's see the whole mechanism in action. As shown in the diagram, it all begins with the tongue, which contains specialized receptors called SGLT1 receptors. These receptors detect the presence of carbohydrate in the oral cavity even before anything is swallowed. What's fascinating is that this detection happens independently of traditional sweet taste pathway. Normally, we see sweetness is picked up by T1R2 and T1R3 receptors, but SGLT1 does not rely on them. Instead, it initiates its own unique signaling route. What this means is that certain carbohydrates, even those that do not taste sweet like maltodextrin, can still activate the pathway. This forms the scientific basis behind carbohydrate mouth rinsing, a technique known to enhance performance in sports and endurance activities. Once SGLT1 senses the carbohydrates, it sends a signal through cranial nerves 7 and 9, reaching the brainstem area known as nucleus tractus solitarius. From there, the signal travels to the higher brain centers, particularly the insular cortex and the anterior cingulate cortex regions responsible for reward, attention, and motivation. This activation ultimately leads to enhanced motor output, meaning your body becomes more primed to perform. It improves reaction, strength, and focus. As a result, there is a noticeable boost in performance, even without any actual carbohydrate ingestion. And that's how athletes do it, tricking the brain with a simple carbohydrate rinse to unlock sharper focus, quicker reaction, and better physical output, all without needing to swallow a single drop. Now let's summarize all the steps in flowchart. Here in this diagram, we have the carbohydrate solution in the mouth activating oral glucose sensors, specifically SGLT1 receptors on tongue. This triggers a signal sent via cranial nerves, mainly the facial nerve, that's 7th nerve. This signal then reaches the nucleus of solitary tract in the brainstem. From there, the signal is projected to the thalamus, where we get the activation of insular cortex, the brain's primary gustatory area. Next, the anterior cingulate cortex is activated, involved in reward, attention, and motivation. This leads to enhanced motor output and performance feedback, even without ingesting the carbohydrates. So this is what carbohydrate mouth rinsing is. I hope you like the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Do consider supporting my work on Patreon or YouTube and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks.